At school, yes, absolutely. I used to hear it all the time, and I still hear it now. Even among people my age, when I'm around about, you do hear it.
And would that offend you?
Yeah, absolutely, because to say something like, what the kids were saying, that that's really gay, or that coat's gay, that game's gay, whatever, whether you directly mean it or not, you're saying that that thing is bad because it's gay, or you're somehow inferring that being gay is bad. And whether you mean that or not, that's what you're saying. So, yes, absolutely, I'm offended.
What do you think it's going to take for people to stop using language in that kind of way?
I think there needs to be a complete zero-tolerance approach to it in all schools, without question. When I do anti-homophobia work, I target people my age and younger, because of course it is important to teach the whole population, but if you teach young people that homophobia is not okay, and it is okay to be of a different sexuality because that's who you are and it is natural, then they grow up with that idea and they pass that on to their children. The biggest excuse for homophobia.
Sorry to interrupt you. When you hear these kids saying, "Oh, that's so," like in that the example in the tape, that coat's gay, right? Do you think if you actually said to that child or that teenager, and do you actually dislike gay people, they would say yes, or do you think they're just lazy with their language?
Oh, completely lazy with the language. That's the thing, is that a huge percentage of people using the word in that way won't realise that that's what they're inferring. It's just a complete throwaway word, and I think that's the real problem with it.
Luke, as it's your campaign, what do you make about what Joe's saying there? He doesn't necessarily think this equates to homophobic attitudes. It is by its nature homophobic, but he thinks the people behind it are just lazy with their language.
No, I think Joe's absolutely right. I think most young people who use the word gay to mean rubbish aren't deliberately trying to be homophobic, but the problem is the impact that it has. And, if you're a young person like Joe was, who's growing up gay, and you constantly hear the word gay equated with being rubbish or being bad, then that starts to have a real impact on you. And we know from our research that 84% of gay young people feel distressed when they hear the word gay used to mean rubbish. And that has a real impact on their self-esteem, their enjoyment at school, and can start to have real mental health problems as well.
Where do you think that's come from, then, that meaning? Because the original meaning of the word everybody knows is happy, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it comes from a time when we as a society were much less tolerant than we are now, when, there were a significant majority of people who actually did think that it was bad to be gay. And so the two words became able to be used interchangeably. Thankfully, now we're in a more tolerant place. We recognise that gay people are equal members of society like everyone else, and that we should tackle prejudice. But unfortunately, the language hasn't moved at the same pace, and in some ways has actually even got worse.